Hello, brethren. Welcome to Thursday. Yes, indeed, it's Thursday. I'm just having a drop of Henry Weston's spectacular vintage cider. I don't say spectacular, but it is. And I used to drink this one when I used to go and see my mate Eric on a Sunday lunchtime in his conservatory. He'd drink Thatcher's. That's his preferred cider, but I quite like this. And I'd bring, I don't know, 2 or 3 bottles and end up leaving one at his house. So I was ending up getting stock, for whatever reason, in his fridge. There was one time, though, when he was in hospital and I took his wife, Margaret, to hospital to see him. And when we got back, I was going to just go. But she says, aren't you coming in? She wanted a bit of company. So I said, okay. And then she says, do you want tea or coffee? And I says, I tell you what do need? I said, I've one of those ciders that's in Eric's fridge in the garage, which was part of me, stash. So, yeah, I remember having that. That was a thing, that going to the hospital. I had me Mercedes 4-wheel drive then. Real posh car it was. And when you go in, you're supposed to get a ticket, into the car park. And then somehow you pay on the way out. All through machines and stuff like that. But it didn't give me a ticket. So I went in, there's no ticket. So I didn't know how we're going to get out. Anyway, we managed to get up, went to see Eric, and then came back. And then, in the end, I had to get right behind a car that had got a ticket to get out, as if I was a caravan. And the barrier went up, and as soon as he went, I was away again. So the barrier didn't come down until I was clear, as if I was a caravan. But by that time I was a bit stressed anyway, so even if it come down and smashed on the top of the car, I didn't really care. But there we are. Story of me and my stash of cider. And that was the thing as well. I used to, when I used to go and see my dad, because they're quite high up, these 4-wheel drives. So to get in, you need to be able to, be good on your legs. And my dad wasn't, so I had a caravan step that my friend John Cobb gave me. I can't remember why he gave me a caravan. Oh, he gave me a caravan step because I bought me, what do you call it, camper van then. And it was a camper van thing to have a step. So yeah, he gave me that. But I used to carry that in my Merc so that me dad could step up. It looked easy to get into the passenger seat. But for some reason it wasn't in the car. So I was having to get, with Margaret, she wasn't very good on her legs either. I was having to get things out the boot to try and make a step. There was a water bottle in there. This is from when the washers didn't work. Little things used to go wrong with this Mercedes. There was that, and then I think a couple of blankets and stuff like that to make a step to get into the thing. But anyway, excuse me, throat's going a bit. I was just going to say the wild winds have calmed down and just suddenly started up again. But yeah, so all my pot plants, I think it took out about 6 of them, all lying on the sides and that. Managed to get those back up yesterday. And it was a nice day yesterday. It was time I went out, it was nice and sunny. and the winds are gone, which is just brilliant. Anyway, I thought for a song, I've done this before a few times, but I like it. It's a Johnny Cash one, and it's called Folsom Prison Blues, written by Johnny Cash as well. Well, I hear the train a-comin', rolling down the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. Yes, it does, but that train keeps a-rolling to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Hi, hi. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folk eating in a fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I know I can't be free, but those people keep a-moving. That's what tortures me. Okay, listen now. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if the railroad train was bad, I bet I'd move on over a little further down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I wanna stay. Hey, hey, hey. And I'd let that lonesome whistle toot toot blow my blues away. Yeah, well, I hear the train a-comin', rolling down the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling down to San Antonio. But that train keeps a-rolling down to San Antonio. There we go, Johnny Cash, ladies and gentlemen. Well, a good song. Good sort of easy to play song. There was supposed to be a key change in it halfway through, but I couldn't be bothered. Oh, for my throat. Yeah. So, what's the rest of the day entailed for me? In a bit, I'll go outside and sit outside for a while, get some vitamin D in me, and I think that's probably about it, really. No visitors today. I'm home alone. Claire's round tomorrow. Not heard from Mr. Clockwood. Not heard from Wayne Man. My sister Pauline did send me some pictures of a cat, little kitten thing. It was charming. I'm not really a cat person, but prefer dogs, to be honest, but but oh dear, I've got a frog in my throat, like they say. Yeah, but it's like an emotional support animal. And where she is, they're not allowed dogs and cats, but because it's an emotional support thing, she can have this kitten. And it's sort of like an indoors cat. I don't know, I suppose you can take him for a walk on a lead, can't you? But I think if she let it outside, it'd just go, disappear. But it's only a little baby cat anyway, so not even sure. No, I'm going to say, must be now feeding itself. I don't think that the breeders release them until they've finished suckling or whatever. So she must be on, I don't know, baby cat food, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of company for her, isn't it? Sleeps on the pillow next to her, she says. Wakes her up at like 4 in the morning, wants feeding, and then wants to play. And all my sister wants to do is sleep. But I don't know, that's puppies are the same, aren't they? Trying to think if I ever had a puppy. When I was married, we got Kelly. She was like, not a rescue dog. It was like from a proper house, and this couple, for some reason, couldn't keep her anymore. So she's Springer Spaniel. So we went and got her anyway. And I remember like the first night, she's like, put her in the next bedroom in a bed, like proper dog bed and all the rest of it. And she's like crying all night, sort of thing. And you're thinking, I've got to get up and go and see her. But my wife, Lindsay, she says, no, just you've got to leave her, because otherwise she'll think every time she cries, you'll come and see her. And she's got to learn to be on her own, which I thought was a bit mean. And the other mean thing, I'm not sure you're supposed to give dogs chocolate, but I used to go of an evening, walk down Stony Road, it was called. And there were some shops at the end, and I used to call in there and get some chocolates for my wife. I'll get a couple of beers for myself, a couple of cans, couple of chocolates for my wife. But I used to I took Kelly with me, the dog, and I used to give her something to carry on the way back, like a Mars bar or something. Stick it in her mouth and stuff. When we got back, she'd let go of it and all the rest of it. And then she'd sit there looking at my wife while she's eating said Mars bar. Sort of like, I'll have some, please. Yeah. And she's like, no, can't give dogs chocolate. I said, I'll give her a bit. No, I can't do that. Anyway, one day came back, she's got the Mars bar sideways in her mouth. And then my wife went down to get it, and she just swallowed it. Whole lot with the wrapper on, everything. Sort of like, I'm going to have a Mars bar. Oh, I can't remember, but it must have been a bit torturous, having a number 2 with a wrapping. Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? But anyway, that's enough of stories of my dear dog Kelly, who's in the dog park in the sky, along with Emma. It's me other dog, she's a red setter, she's a red setter. So she's up there as well. And one day soon, so will I be. Yeah, and the what do we call it? Oh, can't remember. Something Tavern anyway. Pearly Gates Tavern. That's where I'll be spending a bit of my time. And then the rest of the time chucking sticks for Kelly, because she'll bring them back. Chuck sticks for Emma. She used to chase after them, sniff them, and just come back without it. So you'd have to throw a stick and then have to go and get it yourself. Hey ho, we're all different, aren't we? Right, so anyway, good health to you all. And thanks for coming.